We're back again with another week. This is week 10, and I am very excited that I've actually got to 10 weeks of actually recording myself, recording the journey. I made a mistake last week because last week I was actually calling week 9, week 10, just getting way too ahead of myself. But yeah, week 10, I'm very proud of myself making it this far. Yeah, like I've said on previous videos, it's not that easy to think of content every single week. My routine is very repetitive, and even when working on stuff is also repetitive as well. So at the same time, I don't want to keep coming on camera and keep saying the same things. So also thinking of new things I can obviously talk to you guys, keep you guys updated, and also bring some sort of value. But this week, it was my birthday. So my birthday was on Monday. Yeah, man, 31. I am officially over that 30 threshold now. And my birthday was calm, just chilled with my fiance. We went to go and grab some food to eat, had a really nice day, nothing too big. But something that did come to mind was me thinking about my 20s. Now, I don't want this to be one of those videos where it's like, oh, so like I've learned so many things in my 20s. These are the things that I should have done in my 20s. No. I think the one thing I will say right now is that I don't regret my 20s at all. Especially when I was in my 20s, I would obviously say that, oh, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that. But ultimately, I don't regret my 20s. I believe what I went through in my 20s has ultimately made me the person that I am. And I love the person that I am. I love the person that I'm becoming. Yes, there are stuff that I would love to do, positions I would love to be in, things that I would love to do with just life, with my fiance, with my family, things I would love to even do for my family. But life is the way it is, isn't it? Like, it's not linear. It's never going to be perfect. So I just have to embrace it. But like I said, my birthday was kind of chilled, but something that was on my mind was stuff that I did learn in my 20s, or me looking back, stuff that I've learned, and stuff that I do want to really, really enforce in my 30s. But stuff that I've learned in my 20s, stuff that looking back, I'm now realizing, oh, this is why I went through certain situations. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So I think something that I've learned now that I'm in my 30s, or should I say I learned at the latter end of my 20s, was really accepting the person that I am. And I feel like that journey didn't actually start until lockdown. And I know everyone talks about lockdown, that blip that we all went through. But yeah, initially in lockdown, I was like to myself, yeah, man, I don't have to go into the office. I can stay at home. I'm saving my travel money, all of that type of stuff. And I think like at the end of 2020, like lockdown was hard. And I feel like lockdown was hard for a lot of people. But lockdown had me searching who I was as a person, spending a lot of time at home. It really had me thinking like, what am I actually doing with myself? Like who I am as a person. And I feel like it had me really thinking about my life a lot. And I think something that I realized during lockdown, and I'm still realizing, I'm still working on it, is just really just accepting myself as a person, loving myself, showing myself a lot of grace. And you hear me say this on all the different episodes, but really showing myself grace because I'm not perfect. And something that is so funny is that I would expect other people to be perfect. And I'm not gonna lie, it's only over the last few years, like 2 or 3 years, that I'm now realizing that, look, Michael, like you're expecting perfection from other people, but you yourself are not perfect. And someone that has really drilled that into me as we're now really progressing in our relationship is obviously my fiance. and we're two different people. And something that I've learned is that because I'm hard on myself, trying to be perfect, I was also hard on her. And she helped me to realize that, look, she's not perfect. We both have our own ways of doing stuff. She does things in her own way, which is so unique. And I love the way she like handles herself. And I love the way that she like just thinks as a person. Like her thought process with a lot of stuff, it really opens my eyes. And it also helps me as well, because where I am very hard on myself, she will help me to like really like look at things from the bigger picture, or really break things down. And then I ultimately realized that, look, it's not as big of a deal as it was. So that is definitely something that I realized in the latter end of my 20s. I feel like in my 20s, I was really trying to discover myself. But once again, I wasn't showing myself grace. Like in my 20s, I was really trying to rush myself to really like know what my purpose is, or figure out the stuff that I needed to do. And yeah, like I was really hard on myself, really hard on myself, which now looking back, I'm just saying to myself, like, Michael, like, why did you do that to yourself? And there was even a point in time in 2020, I also was doing therapy as well. So, yeah, I had like a therapist who I would speak to, just to kind of like just walk through my thought processes, and really just try to like show myself a bit of grace, figure out who I was. And I feel like I'm still on the journey right now, but I'm learning to accept myself more and love myself for who I am. I definitely feel like in the latter end of my 20s, I started to just really accept myself and really just love the person I am, love the uniqueness of who I am. And I feel like that has shown in everything that I do. I feel like in my 20s, I was very just trying to be in the mix, with everything. And now I am okay to do things on my own. Like, I don't need my boys, or I don't need my fiance, or I don't need my brother, or my sister, or whoever it may be, to go on a venture or to do something for me. I would just do it for myself. I'll do it because that's something that I'm interested in. That is something that I love. And I feel like that has been a very big step for me. And yeah, I'm going to continue to work on that. And I'm going to continue to embrace that and embrace the person that I am. Like, I really love the person that I am. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not where I want to be, but I love the loving person that I am. I love that I believe that I am very approachable. I'm a nice person. So, like, there's not a lot of nice people out there. Like, let's be real. There's not a lot of really nice people out there. And I feel like that's the type of person that I am. So, yeah, man, I'm thankful for that. And I'm just thankful for just who I am. And yeah, just being unique. Like, I'm MBT. There's no other MBT on this earth. Nobody's like me. No one can ever be like me. And I feel like that is my superpower. And just like everyone else, you're all unique. And that's also your superpower as well. And I feel like I think I have put less pressure on myself on trying to be successful. Now, not saying I don't want to be successful, but if you guys knew me about 5, 6, 7 years ago, the pressure I put on myself here, trying to make millions, and yeah, let me make my millions in my 20s. And I think I rushed a lot of that. I rushed a lot trying to figure out stuff. There were opportunities that I did see and tried to jump into, but because of me trying to rush the process, I really didn't embrace the process. I didn't embrace the journey. I wanted a lot of quick wins. I wanted money fast. I wanted things to happen fast. When I say money fast, I don't mean illegally. I'm talking about me trying to rush the process and really get things up and running, instead of me really learning, really embracing the process, me understanding that trying to build something is hard, and trying to build something that is supposed to last long is very hard and will take time. And I feel like with me, what I ended up doing was, if something went wrong, I was just saying, God, you're telling me that that's not meant to happen, or that's not meant to be. And I'm realizing now, or should I say, I now know that, look, just because it's hard does not mean it isn't meant for you. It's just hard. Like, life is hard. Work is hard. Building a business or building whatever you're trying to do or trying to create, which is going to last the test of time, it's going to take a lot of hard work, and it's going to take time. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I think I've now come to a point in time that there's certain opportunities, and if you listen to our podcast, Hype and Then Some podcast, you'll hear some of the opportunities that came about. And yeah, I feel like now I'm at peace with at peace with them. Like, I've accepted that. Look, that's what it was. Okay, it didn't happen, but it is what it is. And yeah, that's cool. It's time for new opportunities. It's not like that's going to be the last ever opportunity for myself. You just have to keep grafting, go harder, and also really, really just try to embrace the opportunities and the journey that comes my way. And I feel like right now, now that I've entered my 30s, I feel like, yeah, I'm just really just starting to accept people for who they are. I'm not trying to force things. I'm not trying to force any relationship with anyone. Like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If things flow in the right direction and we become cool, then that's cool. Like I said, I'm an open person. I embrace a lot of people, but I'm not ever trying to force a relationship anymore. And yeah, I love that about myself. I really, really love that about myself. Like, I'm not trying to be within the crowd. I'm just trying to be my own person, stay in my own lane, and just really stand out in my own lane. That's something that I've said for a very long time, but I feel like I've really, really embraced it now. I think the last point I will say is that something that I am learning and trying to work on is, I think it's in regards to like the work side of my life, like the work-life balance. If you listen to my previous episode, I do talk about the lack of self-confidence in certain areas and self-sabotage, which I believe we all face from time to time. And I feel like that's something I definitely want to work on in my 30s, because I can't say there's no reason for me to feel like that, because as you grow, as you try to get to newer heights and experience new things, of course, there's going to be some sort of self-sabotage or lack of confidence because you're experiencing something new. So I really do want to work on that. I really do want to continue working on my relationship with, obviously, my fiance. Like, I've really, really got a really, really good fiance there. So I really want to build on our relationship. I also want to build on my relationship with God as well. I feel like that has had its own journeys, and yeah, there's always ups and downs with relationships, but with my relationship with God, I really wanna work on that, really wanna build on that, and really want to trust in Him in everything that's going on in my life, whether it be my relationship with my fiance, with work, with my finances, with my health. I really want to trust in Him and let Him really be the foundation of everything. But yeah, I think that's it. I really think that's it. There's definitely a whole bunch of other stuff that I've learned in my 20s, and stuff that I just learned in the 1 year of me being 30. There's definitely been a lot of peace in me, and I know a lot of people have seen it. And yeah, lastly, like, now that I've moved out of my parents' house, I think something that has naturally just happened is my love for my parents. I think I'm at that age now where, now that I don't live with my parents, and I see them from time to time, our relationship has definitely grown. Yeah, man, I love my mum and dad. Like, they are the coolest parents like I could have ever asked for. What they've done for me, yeah, what they've done for me, the support that they give me. And I feel like now that I'm growing up, like our relationship has just grown and just gotten a lot better. So yeah, that is week 10. Happy birthday to me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.